Welcome to Google Contacts AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. Google Contacts AppiWorks for Zoho CRM is a Zoho CRM extension that integrates Zoho CRM and Google Contacts to automate your workflow like export, import and view leads or contacts directly from Zoho CRM. Before proceeding with the automation types, let us quickly install our extension from Zoho Marketplace. If you have already installed, you can skip this part of the video. Go to Zoho Marketplace and search for Google Contacts AppiWorks in the search bar as shown here. You will be navigated to the extension page and now proceed to install. Accept all permission to proceed the installation procedure as shown here. Click on Confirm and wait for the extension to be installed. Once the installation is completed, now we can go to the Google Contacts AppiWorks tab by clicking on the three dots present as shown here. Click on Start Automating button. It will redirect you to the Zoho CRM connection setup page. Provide a name for your Zoho connection and click on Authorize with Zoho CRM button. Choose your organization and after that click on Accept button to create a connection with Zoho CRM. As you can see that the connection is created successfully. In order to create a new service, click on the Create New Service button. By default, the automation service is selected to export. So let's see how export automation service work. Give a suitable name to your service and you can also add some description along with it. Click on Next button and proceed to configure Zoho CRM. Choose a Zoho CRM module. At this point, we can add certain conditions based upon which our records is going to get exported from the Zoho CRM to Google Contacts. In order to set conditions, please follow as is shown here. Now click on Next button to configure Google Contacts. You can either choose from an existing connection or you can create a new one by clicking on the plus icon present at the right end of the connection field. Now click on Authorize button to establish the connection. Once the connection is successfully established, let us choose Contact as our object and also select Create as our action in the Action Selection field and then click on Next button to proceed to Mapping section. While few fields can be intelligently mapped, the remaining can be mapped manually by clicking on the Add button as is shown here. Here we have mapped given name with first name, family name with last name, email address with email and phone number with phone respectively. Once the fields are mapped successfully, let us now move on to the next step by clicking on the Next button. In the final step, you can enable or disable the service configuration based upon your need. The first switch is enabled for automatic export of leads upon creation or updation of any existing lead in Zoho CRM module, and the second switch is for manual export of selected leads. We will see more about manual export in later part of the video. Finally, let's save the service. Once the service is saved, let us quickly go ahead and create another service, and this time, the leads are going to be exported to a different Google account on some different condition as we will set in the configuration. Now that we have created two different services with different conditions for getting exported, let's create a couple of leads and see whether they get exported in respective Google Contacts account as per our configuration. Here we can see the newly created lead is exported to our first Google Contacts account. Now let's create one more lead that satisfies our condition that we have configured in the second service. Here is our recent lead, exported to our second Google Contacts account. Let us now see how we can manually export specific leads from Zoho CRM module. Let's go back to our list of leads in Zoho CRM Leads module. Now let's select the leads to be exported and click on the Google Contacts AppiWorks button as shown. Once the AppiWorks configuration is loaded, you can execute the required service from the available list of services. On successful execution of service, let's go back to our Google Contacts account and check whether the selected contact is exported there or not. Here we can see that only 3 leads that satisfies the condition set by us in the service configuration are only exported out of many. Now let's navigate back to service listing page and have a look at one more type of automation service called import. Click on Create button to initiate a new service. Give a name to your automation service, and this time choose import as your automation type. Click on Next button and proceed to configure Zoho CRM. Choose a Zoho CRM module and click on Next button to configure Google Contacts. Here we are choosing one of the previously created connection, and let's choose Contacts as our object. In the mapping section, we will perform similar steps as we did earlier. Once the mapping is complete, we will click on Next button and move to Set Up Data Filter. Here we can set a filter and preview contacts based on the filter we have set and choose only the contacts which is to be imported. As we can see that the filtered result from Google Contacts has been displayed. By default, few of the records are selected. We can select the records based upon our need. Here we can see two types of import options available. Through Quick Import, we can instantly import the contacts, and we can also schedule our import based upon interval or some specific time. Let's perform Quick Import at first. Click on Import Now button to import the selected contacts instantly. On running the import service successfully, let's click on Next and finally save the service. Now, let us check whether the selected contact is reflecting in our Zoho CRM contacts list. On refreshing the list, here we can see the newly imported contacts. Let us now see how scheduled import works. Let's create a separate service, and we are going to repeat the same steps as we did earlier, except this time we are going to schedule our import in the service configuration. Let us proceed with scheduled import this time. In Scheduler, either we can import our contacts in a specific interval, which may be daily or weekly or any other interval patterns as we set, or we can also import at a specific time set by us. Here we will look at import contact in a specific time. Click on Next and finally save the service. Here we can see that the contacts that were scheduled to be imported is successfully listed here in Zoho CRM. Finally, let us look at one more automation service called View. We are in the service listing page. Click on Create button to create new View service. Give a name to your automation service, and this time let us choose View as our automation type. Click on Next button and move to Configure Zoho CRM, and we will do the same way as we have already done earlier. Here we are choosing one of the previously created connection, and let's choose Contacts as our object. And proceed to set up connecting filter. In order to set up connecting filter, we can follow the same way as we did earlier while importing the contacts. Connecting filter is again optional. Connecting filter will help us to view related contacts from a particular lead that satisfies the filtering set by us. Click on Next and finally save the service. Now let us go to the details page of a lead and let's check whether we can view the related contacts from our Google Contacts list. Here you can see that we have a widget for Google Contacts AppiWorks. After loading, we can see our view services. Let's click on the service to visualize the data. As you can see, it fetched the related contacts from Google Contacts list. So these are all kinds of automation service that we offer from Google Contacts AppiWorks extension for Zoho CRM. Hope you enjoyed the intelligent integration and hyper-automation capability of AppiWorks on Zoho CRM. Thanks for watching.